Okay, so today on Relax and Paint, we're going to do a pretty background to start off with. So we're going to use some blues, and we could use Look at Me Blue, which is a really pretty blue also. These are all multi-surface paints, and they're for different kinds of surfaces, glass, metal, ceramic, different ones. And what I wanted to share with you is that you can use it outdoors or indoors because there's a sealer in it. All right, some of the paints have 8-ounce bottles. This is titanium, or if you have the smaller bottles, I usually use wicker white on those. Just giving you some colors that will just pop and look really pretty. And then I'm going to put a little bit of magenta in the background because we're doing cherry blossoms. And I just want to show you a different way to put it on the background and to get a little bit more success. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my painter sponges. There's two in a package. There's a size and there's a bigger size, and I use them for a lot of base coating and doing my backgrounds and everything. All right, so it just base coats my wood surfaces and all. Now, what I usually do is I never go from the outside in because that lays a hard edge. I work here as I'm going around because the rest of the sponge blends it for you. All right, I do want to get my outside color. Okay. Thank you for being on today. If you happen to just fall across this, please subscribe. And if you like what we're doing, please subscribe and ring the bell when you subscribe. And then you will be notified. So you'll know, oops, Donna put something new on, or if I have lives where I give discounts and all. All right, so please check them all out. I have a convention each year here in Florida, and you can learn all about that and other things, products, and all that I use on onestroke.com. All right, and all that's right here about Donna and the information right on my site, okay, on my channel here. All right, so I like to come in here and just add a little bit of cloudy effect, because really you kind of see through branches outside when you're looking out at the cherry tree. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more white. So you see that looks a little cloudy, and you see how I'm making circles. Now remember, we're on canvas, and canvas is a fabric. So unless it's an ultra smooth canvas, you can see fabric, and sometimes it leaves it dry, like you don't get all of it covered. So I really like plenty of paint so you can cover it. You can tap out if you've got too much. I don't want to see circles. All right. But now I can go over to my paper towel and push, push, push and get some of that heavy blue out, because blue and pink might make a muddy color. So now I'm going to put more white and get a teeny touch of pink, because I think it's going to really add to our blossoms. Okay, and then I can pinch this. Okay, and just put a little bit. See how I want it to mist in there? I don't want it to look like a big blob patch of it, okay? So you can tap it, or you can make circles to rub it in here and there. Isn't that kind of nice? Okay, and the best part of my lessons is that these are free, but I do have full length regular lessons, one a week on our membership. But what I was going to tell you, the best part is that you can stop me and put in what I like. If I'm going to show you a cherry blossom, you can stop the video. You can get all your cherry blossoms made like I just did, for instance, and then you can, or finish one, you can come back and then see how to do the rest of them. All right, I got some brushes in my water I want to get out. All right, so now that it could dry for a few minutes, but I need to get some paint for branches, okay? So I got a heat pen that I use, and it's better than a heat gun. And it just kind of sets this paint, but I do wet on wet, so you can just keep going. All right, just right here a little bit. You're gonna have some shine because the paint's got the sealer in it. And so sometimes when you put 3 layers there, it's gonna have shiny spots and spots that aren't as shiny, which I think adds to our look, right? So we're gonna come in here and get like, let's get some burnt umber. All right, so I'm gonna put some burnt umber because their branches are really pretty dark. All right, we don't need much. And I'm gonna use a little angle brush on here. I use flat brushes for almost everything, but I just want you to see that I can take this little angle brush because it's got a point. And if you're not very good yet at making branches that with little limbs, this will help you. I guess it doesn't matter. There's no top and bottom, but I kind of designed it this way. So I'm going to be a little heavier here. And then, oops, guess what I need? I need floating medium. Floating medium's the fluff inside paint, is what makes it fluffy with no pigment in it. So what happens, because we don't use water with one stroke except to wash your brushes, then we're gonna just, that's gonna make it move like butter. All right, so I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna split this. And see that little toe? That's the toe and the heel. The little point, the little toe of this will help you get a nice thin limb off of here. Now I have another, if you just came upon this, you might have come here after you did some practice strokes with me, but all my practice strokes is right here on my channel. It's the most watched because if you're watching me do this and you go, what? How did she do that? I want to go see that close up and see it a little slower and better. Then you go to practice strokes and they're little tutorials and they help you. These practice strokes help you see, and you can go over and over and over until you get the stroke, and then you can come back and go, okay. That's if you see something that you watch me do and go, show me how to do that another again. You can go and rewatch now. Okay, so that's the limb off the tree. All right. And if I'm wanting this to really look like this is a tree over here, sometimes I go like that, like it's coming off the tree. And then I could have another limb going down here. Okay. Let's see that. Now, let's come in here, and I mostly use flat brushes. So I'm just showing you some other options to help you because you can use the flat brush, do that whole stroke, but as you're coming, you're lifting the front edge to get a little bit. All right. Now let's do some of these pink flowers. Okay. Now we're going to cover some of these branches. So I'm going to dry it just a little bit. All right. I don't mind if some of the brown gets in there, but we're gonna get that's real thick right there. The rest of these are pretty dry, but it's that main branch. Okay. I really love for you to let me know what you liked and what you'd like to see more of, because that really makes a difference also. All right, so one thing I can do is take my brush and just come in here and look what I did. I picked up white and magenta. And I'm going to just put a little bit here, a little bit there. And that means there's just more pink blossoms behind it. Okay. And I do this when I'm doing vases and other things where I just want to see a cluster. Look, slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And see, it's different colors. All right. And I'm going to do a little bit here, a little bit here. See, that has some brown in it. Not quite dry. All right. Now I want you to understand why we put that there. If you sit there and do each little blossom, sometimes It takes a really long time, but mostly I want to see that background. Okay. So here, I'm gonna pick up white. This is my 12 flat. I'm gonna come right in here and go back and forth, back and forth. If you're having a problem with loading, that's most people, if they have any difficulty with one-stroke painting, it's the loading process. Then go get, I have a double loader that helps you load great. So go to the practice strokes and look up double loader and it'll show you how to use them and how great they are. Okay. So first thing I want to do is come right in here and we're going to start here and we're going to push and lift, push and lift. Let's side stroke the white and see that little blob there and go right over that with white. Okay, and this will probably be easier if you have an 8 or a 10 instead of a 12. All right, so that's your little blossom. Now I'm going to come right here and pick up more white and no more pink. I'm reloading this. We're doing magenta and side loading white. Okay. And this is with the 3/4. I mean, this is with the 12. And I want you to see how I'm layering this. I'm going up here. And I think I am going to do a smaller brush because I think you'll feel more comfortable with it. Can you all see that? So I'm going to put that down. Let's go to, this is an 8. All right, so I'm going to do it all magenta. All right, then I'm going to get some fresh white so that I have a puddle over here. All right, there we go. All right, so I do tap this to spread it out so you have more space around it to get color. You notice I put way too much paint with everything that I've done. So, all right, so all we're going to be doing is we don't need medium. And all we're doing is coming over there constantly to pick up white. All right. So what's going to happen is that you can do some little side ones, like we can literally pull down. Oh, where is it? Right there. We can pull down some strokes like this, coming downward instead of all out. See? Flat, flat, pick up paint. Then we can do these little bits of strokes. And I like that we have some, let's come right in here a little bit, some that are darker and some that are lighter. Okay, as we're doing this. But what you want at the end of this is a little bit, let's get magenta again, a little bit of buds where they're just starting, or they come out here a little bit. Can you see that? All right, so let's put a little bit here. So it's okay with some of this behind that's not really a flower. All right, and then I'm going to take the kiss tool. All right, so we take that little kiss tool. It's called a kiss tool because it looks like a candy kiss. And my painters named it for me. They go, that tool that looks like a kiss. Candy kiss on the end. Okay, so see, dip, dot, the little white. Look how elegant and delicate that makes it look afterwards. Right there, see the little teeny dots? Little dots. All right. So see, now with the little bits of pink in the background and all that really adds to it. And so sometimes, look, I can come in here and just pick up white because I already have some pink in the background. And you see that? So I'm not worrying about having exact petals, but I have pulled some down. Look, pulling them down. All right. Now we just keep picking up white and here we go. Every once in a while, we can put a little teeny stem going out to this. All right, so then we space it all out. We have a little bud, a little bud. And so you might want the pink to come up instead of the white. And so the thing that you do see is there's no leaves. So see how I've got right here, see the white? Look what it looks like when you put the pink. It looks like that's more what the bud would look like. All right. See, I'm going to put a few in these different spots. Like this one's too dark. There we go. Just a little bit here and there. And that's how they would look. So it's kind of a really, I just want you to see you can get this look without a lot of work. But what we're doing right here is this, we're pushing and we're coming up. And when I teach this, when I teach a 5-petal flower, this looks like a 5-petal flower. So I keep picking up white, so I have a nice white edge. And any brush smaller than a 12, it's like you load the main color and then the highlight color, you keep side stroking next to it. All right. And instead of doing half and half like we normally do. All right. So look, I side stroke, push, lift, and then I can even put some that look like they're coming straight down. Look, 1, 2, 3. All right. And I can do layers like I did over here, where I do one and then I just come in here and do the outside. And then I'm going to layer another one right on top of that. Okay. So it is important that I show you this stroke. All right. So I'm pushing. This is what they said. And when I say it looks like a gingerbread man, there's the head. There's one arm, 2 arms, and then 2 legs. 1, 2. Okay. So head, 2 arms, 2 legs. You can also, some of these have little wiggles. All right. So look, we're going to do a little bit of a wave, a little bit of a wave, a little bit of a wave. And you can have more than 5 petals. I don't know if they have more than 5 petals, but you can do 6. All right. Because most people aren't going to sit there and count, you know. Okay. And I'm not gonna, you can do lots of fine detail about little branches. The most detail, I mean stems that hold these, the most detail I'm gonna do is I'm putting the little centers, okay? And I'm gonna come right in here, picking up white. See, we can have that pink in the background and just by picking up white. You can see those petals. Okay. Sometimes put heavier white. All right. But look at the difference in those and those. Okay, so now when I come in, oops, I just dropped my brush. Now when I come in and add little dots, you put in multiple dots on there. Sometimes I put dark in there and then I put the little dots, but I think this is giving a nice look, and they don't have to be exact in every one. Like you could skip a few if you wanted to. All right, so you want to find out when I have the Donna Dewberry channel has a live, and I do live demos and give you discounts and ways to get product, and explain how to use product. That's on lives. Sometime I do them on Saturdays. It depends on when I'm traveling, travel teaching. I'm headed to North Carolina, and just letting everybody know, in July in Orlando by the Orlando airport, we have an annual one-stroke painting convention. So if you've ever wanted to go to one, we have a little store, a fashion show. We paint each day. I teach everybody each day. We have lots of fun. We're in the Embassy Suites and have nice breakfast. And we do a lunch buffet. We have a dress up night. We just have all kinds of awards nights. So check it out. Go to onestroke.com and you can find out all about it. It's called Country Charm this year. That's our theme. Thank you for being on today with me. I hope you get a chance to, I want to get my script lighter. I hope you get a chance to come try this. This is a 12 by 12 canvas. And look, it's just a few colors and it makes something really nice. I was going to show you if you want to pull these and attach them. You could do that. See, this little stems in here sometime. Some of them I put them on the end of stems. Some of them I did out there a little further. See that one? So it just makes it look a little lighter. Okay, and I'm going to sign it. Be checking out practice strokes on my site. We have new practice strokes every week also. All right, there is our cherry blossoms. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.